What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to the very first episode of the 49 Show. The 49 Show. The 49 Show. Today, what I'm going to be doing is just, I call it the 49 Show, first of all, is because I'm a 49er fan. And as I make more videos throughout the next several weeks, you will all be able to see that just from looking at my attire, things that'll be surrounded around me in my space that I will be recording in. So, I mean, I'm a 49er fan, die hard. They call me K.O.D.S, K.O.D.S. That is King of the Silk. So I'm just taking my old rap name into my new social media name as I will be giving you videos, as far as just talking about sports, not just the 49ers. If you're a Cowboy fan or a Steeler fan or a Packer fan, a Giants, a Raider, I don't care. Whoever it is that you want me to discuss, I will discuss. I'll be doing breakdowns as we get closer to the season as far as, what needs to happen with this team. Well, my aspect of what needs to happen from certain teams to get better, whether it's quarterbacks, reading defenses or not, certain plays that shows why this quarterback is the real deal and why they're not the real deal. There's just numerous things that I'll look at, all the teams. I'm going to do a breakdown on all 32 teams as we get closer and closer to training camp. As the summer progresses, I will go through all 32 teams and give you my take on what they're probably going to be for the 2019 season when it comes to football. From my team, the San Francisco 49ers, all the way out to the Buffalo Bills and the AFC East. We will do all of them just because, I don't want any team to be left out. If there's anybody listening to me that is a fan of a certain team that, I'm a Cincinnati Bengals fan. Why you didn't do them? I'm going to do it. Because there's plenty to talk about, even with the Bengals. Their new coach, will he bring out the best in Andy Dalton? Or are they looking to move on from Andy Dalton? What did they do on the draft, free agency? We're going to talk about what all these teams did. And then, I'll give my opinion on if I think they're going to be a decent team or not, whether they'll finish, whether they'll stand. As we get to training camp, as preseason starts, we will go ahead and we will do our prediction on, and I say we because I have a partner that's going to be in this with me at some point. We're both 49er fans. We are members of the 49 Club. I'm the vice president of the 49 Club in my area in the South of the U.S. So, with all that being said, this is the 49 Show. I have so many people tell me that they get sick and tired of watching or listening, and me is listening in the radio or whatever doing my day to day. The media and these analysis, these TV analysis, doing their thing or giving their analysis on certain topics. And it's just like, they say the same thing every day. It's very hard to talk about the same thing, though, the same topics throughout the day in a different way. It's not easy to do. And, but this is what they get paid to do. And even in the off season where it's kind of, the NFL off season where it's kind of slow, there's not a lot of news going on. They have to have something to talk about. And right now, I hear people tell me when I get to talking, my coworkers are like, oh, man, Sip, you need to stop. Man, you do all this stuff. You might well be on the TV with them. I love talking sports. I can't help it. That's what I do. I love talking sports. So I've had people tell me, you could be on the TV doing the same thing with them. So, hey, I figure why not? What the hell? So I'm here and I will be giving you my take on certain situations that go down in sports, not just the NFL, not just the San Francisco 49ers, the NBA as well, just whatever that it may be, if it's breaking news or if it's a big topic, something to talk about. And today, even though I'm a 49er fan, die hard, I'm not even here to talk football today. My first episode of the 40, and you'll all see me the next time. This is just me trying to get something done and get something out the way while I'm waiting here, on my job. But, my recording area, you will get to see me. You will be able to tell that, hey, yeah, he's a 49er fan. But I don't want to talk about the 49ers right now. I've spent too much time introducing myself somewhat, but I don't even want to talk football today. The biggest news today has been Magic fucking Johnson. Magic fucking Johnson has came out today and finally spilled the tea. He told Mr. Stephen A. Smith that he wouldn't do it for anybody else but him. So ESPN First Take today got the scoop, and they heard it first from Magic Johnson. Well, the only people that's going to get to, hear Magic's take on what happened and what went down. But it's been a month now since he's left the Lakers organization, stepped down as president. We all know how it happened. Some people say, oh, well, what the hell? He didn't know what he was doing anyway. Some people say, oh, Magic, he should have stayed for LeBron. Now LeBron has no power. And you got other people that just think that, hey, Magic, yeah, not only should you have stayed, you really didn't do it the right way. That really wasn't a good move to leave how you left. I mean, he didn't give anybody any warning. He didn't tell Jenny Buss. He didn't even tell LeBron. And so we've heard LeBron's comments as well on his show, HBO, The Shop. And not saying he was pissed, but he did feel like he should have gotten some kind of explanation. He should have been warned at least. LeBron said, even if you had a call and said, hey, LeBron, I'm leaving, I'm out, kiss my ass. That's LeBron's sarcastic way of saying that you could have at least done that. I would have been happier with that. But for you to not say anything at all, he felt some type of way. Now, I think that their relationship is fine. Since then, Magic has come out and said that he still loves LeBron, his family, what he does for the Lakers organization and whatnot. But, and I guess they have talking since then. And, but Magic spilled the tea today finally, somewhat. I mean, he didn't come out and just curse people out and say, yeah, Jenny Buss is trash. She should sell the team. As a matter of fact, she should sell the team to me. These are things that I would have loved for him to say, and it would have been great for ESPN as far as but they did, but I'm sure they got their ratings. If anybody knew that he was going to be on there, I did not know. Excuse me, at the time. But he done it today, and a lot of things that he basically said was that there was not a lot of issues with other people in the building. It was just Rob Pelinka, the general manager of the LA Lakers. A lot of backstabbing that Magic didn't like, which we had heard about. He did say that somewhat in his quick conference or whatever you want to call it, press, when he was announcing in and he was stepping down. But, I mean, he's still, we didn't know everything. And right now he's saying that, look, when Stephen A. asked him about the backstabbing and, all of those things going on, talking behind the back, he said it was Rob. He said, no, just Rob. So, Rob Pelinka is in a position to where he just didn't like Magic not being around in the office and things like that. He didn't like it. He thought that he should have been around more. He thought that he should have been working harder at his job. And that's all understandable, but Magic feels like, hey, if there's anything you got to tell me, man, bruh, tell me to my face. Tell me when you see me in the office. Because the word is, and Magic also says it, that he told Jenny Buss before he took the job that he has other businesses that he wouldn't dare give up because he makes way more money doing that in those businesses. And we all know Magic got money. I mean, the boy got money. He doesn't need this job anyway, being the president of the Lakers. And those businesses, those things that he does in his other offices on his day-to-day, he said that would not stop. He wouldn't give that. He knew he couldn't put all his time into that because he's trying to help you run this team too. But at the same time, he makes way more money doing that than he does being the president for the Lakers. So he could not give up on all of that either. So he would be in and out. But Rob Pelinka thinks that this man was working part-time on a job that requires you to give your all, 100%, working hard full-time, being the president of the LA Lakers, and he was trying to work part-time on a full-time job. Now, regardless of who's right or who's wrong right now, Pelinka comes out and says that he did not know that Magic would say these things. He couldn't believe that Magic would say all these things. Rob Pelinka is saying that this is not true. But if you listen to the way he says it's not true, you be the judge on what you want to believe. But, I mean, it didn't sound like a hell no. This isn't true. I dare Magic Johnson say this shit about me. I can't believe it. I mean, I'm just appalled that he would say this shit about me. It's a motherfucking lie. He didn't say none of that shit. Let's get that out the way. He didn't say none of that shit. To anybody who is listening and they don't want to hear any profanity, you might be watching the wrong video, listening to the wrong person. I will do that from time to time, especially during football season when my Niners go to pissing me off. But anyway, I digress. Magic, but I'll try to keep it clean as I can. I'll try to keep it as clean as I can. But what I'm trying to say, Magic said things in the nicest way he could, but at the same time, he's basically saying, I was sick of the bullshit. I was sick of Pelinka going behind my back and sending emails, and him and Jenny Buss having emails and stuff. All of them talking about all this is about me. Him pretty much dry snitching, trying to say that I'm not doing my job. And you can still work with that. But the problem was also he didn't have the power that he thought he was going to have when he was told or when he accepted the job. And he found that out when he couldn't fire Luke Walton. Now, there were rumors that he was trying to fire the general manager, Rob Pelinka, as well. Magic denied that this morning on First Take. But he did admit openly, he came out and said he wanted to fire Luke Walton. Luke Walton is a good guy, tremendous guy. He loves him. But as far as coaching, he put out in front of Jenny Buss what Luke Walton did good and what he didn't do so good at. And felt that it was time to go in another direction. They told him, no, let's try to work this out. Then they came back 2 or 3 days later. Yeah, okay, I guess you can go ahead and do it. And then another time, there was a third meeting, and it was like, no, we need to work this out. We don't want to do this. He's a good guy. So somebody else steps in, Tim Harrison or whoever that is, steps in, that Jeannie brings in. And again, Magic is thinking the whole time, man, I'm the president here. I'm the motherfucking president. How in the hell are you going to bring in somebody else who I don't even know? This cat has no executive skills at all as far as basketball goes. And you bring these cats in to talk, and he's good friends with Luke Walton. So Jenny Buss pretty much brings somebody in who can stand up and say, no, Magic, let's not do this, man. He's a good guy. He's a good friend. But Magic, let's be real. He's thinking, what the hell they got to do with coaching? That's what he's thinking. So Magic wants to give Luke Walton the boot. Jenny Buss and other people that she brings in who doesn't want him gone also doesn't want him gone, and they let it be known. So Magic pretty much comes to the decision that if I can't do my job, if you're not going to let me do my job, I got the president title, but I'm not doing what presidents do, then y'all can kick rocks. Basically, that's what he said. Y'all can kiss my ass. I'm out. And for him to have no regrets on how he left, then that has to be exactly what Magic said. Kiss my ass. I'm gone. Because I think Magic thinks and believes that he was betrayed. And I mean, let's be real. He was betrayed to a certain extent. I mean, if Jenny Buss agreed to Magic not being there on a day-to-day all the time because he got other things going on as well, and she still was okay with it, then there's no problem with Magic and what he was doing or wasn't doing enough of. There shouldn't be an issue here. But Pelinka wanted it to be an issue. And he was trying to undercut him. And this is not what Magic wanted. He didn't like that at all. He just didn't like it. He was tired of it. And Magic is a guy, it seems like from what I took from watching the interview, he's a guy about peace. And he just loves to be happy. And when you're Magic Johnson, why in the hell would you not want to be happy? When you have the businesses and the success that he's had outside of basketball, the money that he has, he could buy the Lakers if they would allow him to. If they would sell the Lakers right now, Jenny Buss said they're going up for sale. Magic would try to be the first in line. Not saying that they would look at him as being the first in line, but there's people like Magic, Kobe, even LeBron at some point wants to own an NBA team, and Kobe and Magic definitely wants to own the Lakers. And Magic didn't come out and say, yes, she needs to sell the team. But if we read between the lines, I think we know Magic knows that she just is not built for this. But he did explain and he did give his opinion on what he thinks needs to happen for this to work, because he still loves Jenny Buss like a sister. He still loves the Lakers. What he is saying is, if she just just get all the people out of her ear. There's too many people in her ear. There's too many people, from Rob Pelinka to GM, to Kurt Rambis, to his daughter, Linda Rambis, or Lisa Rambis, whatever her name is. I didn't even know all these Rambises were in this, but they are. They played a major effect on the Ty Lue hiring going south. That's why that didn't happen. Those are the people that stepped in on that. So if anybody thinks that Magic is making some of this stuff up, come on, man, let's be real, you all. They screwed up the hiring of the coach. That should show that this organization is in a lot of trouble. They may not realize it, but they are. And Magic was just trying to tell them this morning, if they'll listen, the message I take that he gave them was, Jenny, stop letting all these motherfuckers be in your ear. Just being real. If we were on the streets, this is what Magic would really be saying. Not on ESPN behind a desk talking with Stephen A. Smith, Max Kellerman, and Molly Quorum. He's really saying in the streets, I love you like a sister, but damn, you got to get Rob Pelinka out your ear. You got to get Kurt Rambis out your ear. You got to get Linda Rambis out your ear. You got to get Kobe Bryant out your ear. There's a lot of people in her ear. Whether it's because they want to become the owner one day at some point, or because they just all are giving their decisions on what should happen, and they don't really know. She doesn't know which one to believe, which one to go by, and that's why Magic said you make bad decisions. Now, he did own up to the decisions that he thought that he made was bad. Give him some points for that. I give him some credit for that. He admitted that it was a mistake to let Brooke Lopez walk. But he admitted the plan. He explained the plan that he had on why they let him walk, because of what they were trying to do as far as bringing in future free agents. And Paul George kind of messed some of that up by not coming. We wouldn't be talking about any of this shit right now. Let's be real. If Paul George had came along too. LeBron and Paul George in one summer. 2 All-Stars. That was the plan. That didn't happen. They were making room, and he explained why he was releasing and trading away a lot of contracts, because he was freeing up that cap space. And he thought to get those players in. And the plan, I think, was LeBron, PG-13, and then this year, one of these guys here where we got Kyrie or Kawhi or AD. That was the plan. So within 3 years or within 2 summers, Magic has gotten you 2 or 3 All-Stars. My work is done. And let's be real, that's probably why Jenny Buss wanted him to come in. I don't even know if Magic really wanted this job. For him to walk away this easily, he might have didn't even want it. Let's be real, people. Magic is a big name. When you think Magic, you think Showtime. Hey, Magic, it's Showtime. Showtime. That's what you think when you think about the Lakers. So why not bring the legend, Magic, in? Because he's the biggest of them all. No disrespect to Kareem. No disrespect to Kobe and Shaq. And LeBron, you just got there, so I really can't even name you. But he is that dude when you talk about a Laker legend. So Magic was probably there just for the recruiting. Just for it to look like, hey, Magic over there, I'm going. And I'm not saying he's the only reason why LeBron signed, because we know LeBron has a lot of things going on right now in Hollywood. As far as the TV deals and the movies and all of that stuff, Space Jam 2 and whatnot, a lot of stuff he got going on. I get it. So he probably already was going to LA regardless. But he didn't have to pick the Lakers. He could have easily said the Clippers. I don't think the Clippers are turning him down. So Magic was there for a reason, and Magic might have gotten some more of those people there this summer. We don't know. But Magic stepped down before we got to see any of that. Magic just hurt the Lakers' chances in getting any big-time free agents, probably, in my opinion. I mean, if I just found out about all this, why would I go there? If I'm Kyrie right now, AD, who has to get traded over there still, but Klay Thompson, Jimmy Butler, hell, Kemba Walker. There's a lot of free agents or possible free agents who are going to opt out. Kawhi Leonard, who we know wants to be in LA, we think anyway. He got a home there. He just bought in Southern California. I don't know if it's LA or San Diego. He just done that last year, I believe. He just wanted to get this year here over with, and he wanted to go home. He lives in Cali. But everybody keeps saying he wants to be a Clipper. Now, I don't know where anybody's getting this from, because Kawhi Leonard don't say shit. I mean, he don't say a damn thing, so how are we supposed to know? But they're saying that he'd rather be a Clipper. They're saying that if Kawhi or KD, left, they would rather be a Clipper. Although now everybody's saying KD and Kyrie are going to be in New York, which I don't know how true any of this is. But what I'm trying to say is Magic being the president might have would have got you one of those guys to come with LeBron. And then you fill the rest of the roster up with tier 2 players. Mid-grade players that can shoot on the wing. But I don't see how that's I don't see how that's going to happen now. Honestly, I don't. I mean, you got a young team out there, and the only way you get rid of those young players is if you are able to unload them all on New Orleans, which it doesn't seem like New Orleans Pelicans wants to do a deal with the Lakers to save their lives. Now there's a new GM in town. David Griffin has gotten there now from that used to be with the Cleveland Cavaliers. We don't know if he'll play ball or not. We don't know if he'll do this for LeBron or if he'll just do what's best as far as the basketball move for the team that he's controlling now. Man, I don't know, but it's just not a good look in my opinion. I agree with some things that Magic said. I understand. I do think he could have hung around though. I just think he just needed to make another demand or two. Like, hey, am I the president or not? Now, if we have discussions about that and you still tell me I can't fire Luke Walton, you won't let me bring my coach in, which we think it would have been Ty Lue, even though he didn't say, but he said that he thinks Frank Vogel is a good coach. He has no problem with him. He likes him. He respects him. But he thought Ty Lue was still better. Magic was going to give LeBron what he wanted. If LeBron had any little control, any little power in L.A., because it wasn't going to be much in L.A. because of the people that are in this Laker organization, the Busses, the Rambuses, Pelinka. it's just a mess over there right now. And everybody's kind of power tripping. But LeBron wasn't going to get that much power. But Magic would have been the most control he could have gotten. And Magic was going to get him Ty Lue. Magic was going to get him and help recruit the players that he wanted to come. Now, was it going to work or not? I don't know. But we're not even going to get to see now if it would have worked because, I mean, when July 1st gets here or June 30th, I think they're changing it to June 30th now at like 6 p.m., these guys are trying to stay away from the drama probably. And it already begins to appear that a lot of these players don't really want to play with LeBron anymore. I can remember a few years ago, several years ago, everybody wanted to play with LeBron. Everybody. Even when he went back to Cleveland. Yeah, I'll go out there and play with him. Yeah. Some, still kind of past their prime. Some of them right at it, at their peak. I mean, but they wanted to play with LeBron. I mean, it's just, you had J.R. Smith and Shumpert and, those guys that wanted to be there when they left New York in the trade. They were happy to be there. Kevin Love was happy to get traded to Cleveland. Ray Allen went to Miami. I mean, people wanted to come. And you can say that's, they were part of the ring chasing, but okay, but still. So now all of a sudden you don't think you can get a ring with LeBron? Or was that just because, hey, that's Wade and Bosh over there too? Yeah, I'm definitely going over there now. I don't know. But LeBron did win one championship when he got back to Cleveland. And it was a little luck, but he did get it. And it was history. For him to come back from down 3-1, he made history. Beating a team that won 73 games, breaking the Chicago Bulls record. I was not mad that happened because growing up as a Bulls fan, Michael Jordan's fan, I was very, very, very ecstatic that the Warriors lost. And I know Michael Jordan was too, even though he probably won't come out and say it. They said he was at a dinner. Somebody said something about them being one of the greatest teams. Michael Jordan got up with his tray. And he said, well, hey, but they didn't win it all. That's Mike. As Jordan said that. And that's true. So LeBron got him a ring where you can say it wasn't Bosh, Wade, Ray Allen, Mike Miller, whoever could shoot on the wing. I mean, he did a Pat Riley in the office. This was just LeBron James, Kyrie, Kevin Love. Not saying that that's not a good team, but we know they didn't always show up in the big moments when we needed them to, especially Kevin Love. And even though Kyrie closed the deal, we know LeBron got them there. And that's why I think Kyrie will be good for LeBron. And LeBron definitely is good for Kyrie. But I'm just hearing that because Kyrie Irving has heard so much talk about how you're a 1A or 1B. You're not just the number one guy only. You're not the leader. You got to be with somebody like a KD or a LeBron. I think he'll go the opposite route. Just in spite of that or what everybody is saying. He may even stay in Boston because of that. I don't know. But wherever he goes, I think he wants to prove people wrong so badly. He's only had one season in Boston, if you want to be real, because last season didn't count. He wasn't there for the playoffs. So I don't know if he's just going to just hold his head down and go running and say, all right, look, big bro, I'm coming back. I couldn't do it. Or not. He may just say, man, it's just one season. Milwaukee was better than us. I can take the Celtics to the finals. Let's just see what happens in free agency. Because there is still chances that AD can get to Boston. The Pelicans are going to make some moves, but they're not going to make them with the Lakers. I don't see it. So I'm kind of getting off the subject, but what I'm trying to say is why don't players want to come with LeBron anymore? That's what I'm wanting to know. Because, I mean, it had been happening. Now all of a sudden it just kind of seems like, nah. Or maybe it's just the Lakers organization. It may not even be LeBron. Paul George didn't come, and I hear it was because Oklahoma City showered him with love, support, gifts, all kind of things that they were giving his girlfriend, his mom, just when they were at the games and stuff. But when he would go to LA, I was heard that they were trying, but they didn't try hard enough. He didn't feel welcomed. He would go to a road game and play the Lakers, and they were supposed to have been rolling out the red carpet for him. And there are some people within the organization that believe that they could have done better, and they didn't. And maybe that's some of the reason why he didn't come. Because he had plenty of time to sign with the Lakers after LeBron went ahead and said it, that he was going to sign with the Lakers. He did it before the 4th of July. He didn't want to keep people waiting. Or he done it on the 4th of July. I'm not sure, but he did it before the 4th, I believe. He didn't want to keep people waiting, and he didn't. He was a man on his word of that. And, Paul George, he a day or two later said he was staying in OKC, and it shocked a lot of people. I'm bringing these things up because these are some of the things that happened or didn't happen, where if it had with the way they planned it, we wouldn't be talking about Magic Johnson stepping down because he still would be the president. Even if there was any kind of beef going on with him and the general manager, it wouldn't be brought to our attention because they'd be winning. Even with just LeBron and the young guys, let's remember on Christmas Day, these guys were a 4th seed in the West, and they beat the Golden State Warriors pretty good. And it was their second time beating them. So LeBron went down, though, and Lonzo went down. Rondo was in and out of the lineup. Man, it just got worse before it got better, quick. And Magic said that he hated to make excuses. But that is how it happened. So Magic spilled the tea though today, y'all, and he said that, man, look here. In so many words, man, Rob Pelinka a bitch. You know what I'm saying? He a bitch. The point blank. And I don't fuck with this shit. I don't get down like that. If we was in the streets, that's what Magic pretty much said today. In a nutshell. Rob, you a bitch. I don't play all that backstabbing shit, nigga. I don't do that. And Jenny, you told me that I was going to be the president and I had power. Why the hell I can't fire Luke Wall non-coaching ass? That's what he's saying in the street to his friends. That's what he really saying. For anybody who hadn't watched the interview yet on First Take this morning, or anybody that didn't really get everything out of it, because he would kind of come back and, still say, I love him. I'm still a Laker, blah, blah, blah. But, man, you had the chance to be in the organization and do whatever happened. You could have took credit for it. But I don't think he really just loved it like that. He'd rather just be happy. He wanted to be able to make decisions, more decisions than they were allowing him to make too. And that's not cool. So it tells me that if they didn't let the man make the decisions that he wanted to make, if they didn't let him fire Luke Walton and bring in the coach he wanted to bring in, if they didn't let him get rid of Rob Pelinka, which I heard he was trying to get rid of him too, even though Magic didn't admit that, I'm thinking that, hey, man, Magic was just being used for recruiting purposes only. Magic, they'll come when they see that you're here. They won't know about anything that we got going on in here. All of that will be swept under the rug anyway if we get the superstars and win the game. And I heard Scottie Pippen the day earlier say that he thinks that LeBron has to have a superstar. Not the tier 2 type player like a Jimmy Butler or a Kemba Walker. No, he said he needs a superstar. He's talking about the big ones. So he's saying that Kawhi or AD needs to get in LA. The Lakers, not the Clippers. Somehow, some way. At least one of them. He needs one of those and then a mid-grade player. Or he says the Lakers don't have a chance. No way LeBron will win a championship for the Lakers. And I know LeBron wants to do that bad. But I don't think it's going to happen. You all comment and let me know what you think. I've been talking to you for over 30 minutes now already. But this was the news of the day. What do you all think? You think it was a sucker move for how Magic left? He didn't tell LeBron nothing. He didn't tell Jimmy Buss nothing. But he come out today and he tells people why he didn't tell anybody anything. He says he doesn't regret it. And he said, hey, Max Kellerman asked him if you could do it all over again today, would you do it again? He didn't answer that. He was about to say yeah, but then he just kind of backpedaled and said, hey, I'm a man with no regrets. So Magic doesn't really give a damn what any of us thinks about it. He walked away, call it a soft move or not. But it wasn't just because of Rob Pelinka talking about him. It was because Rob Pelinka was talking about him behind his back, saying things to Jenny Buss that she already should have knew that I was doing. And then I come to you and ask to fire this dude and you won't. And it's almost like Rob Pelinka was that guy who was saying, how is he going to fire the coach? He's not even around enough to know if the coach should be here or not. He's not working hard enough at this. Well, I think Magic can say, man, I played basketball for a long time. I'm a legend. And I'm watching. He's not the answer. And I think that's case closed. And Magic admitted, y'all, this morning that he was only going to be there for 3 years. He admitted that. He was just going to groom Rob Pelinka. He was just going to groom him. And he was going to get the job. So he didn't understand why he was doing the things that he was doing, the little sneaky stuff and the backstabbing and undercutting him and everything, when he was about to hand it down to him anyway. That also tells me how I know Magic doesn't love it. So maybe he shouldn't have took the job anyway. But I'm thinking that Jenny probably begged him and probably just, do it for me. I'm your sister. They really call each other that shit. I'm your sister. Do it for me, Magic. And he went ahead and said, all right, I'll do it. I'll be here for 2 or 3 years. Because remember when he first took the job, he said, if I don't have this thing done in 2, 3 years, I'll step down. He said that. People are forgetting he said that when he first took the job. Now, we could have took that however way that we wanted to. He could have meant, hey, I'm telling you, I'm going to get the job done. Watch what I make happen. I already know I'm going to get LeBron. LeBron going to help me get Paul George. And then after that, we probably going to get KD or Kawhi or Kyrie back. We're going to have 3 superstars here. I've been working on this for a minute. If I don't do it, I'll step down. That might have been what he was saying. Then again, it could have just been because, hey, look, I'm going to do what I can. Because my sister Jenny over here getting on my damn nerves. I'm going to do what I can when I get here. And if it works, cool. If it don't, oh well, I'm out. I got plenty of other stuff to be doing. Okay? I got plenty of other businesses out here, and they do a whole lot better than what being the president of the Lakers is giving me. He basically said that this morning. So we can say that Magic sucks at anything after basketball when it came down to doing things in basketball. But he didn't suck at a lot of other things outside of basketball. We know he tried to coach it for a little bit, didn't work. We know he's tried this president part right here. Didn't work. But we don't know if he was good at it or not. The Lakers are playing the Dallas Cowboys, and it's like, wow. You got Jerry Jones, you got Stephen Jones, let's go back to the day where it was Jimmy Johnson and people in Jerry Jones' ear and just the ego stuff. Sounds like my team, the 49ers. Somebody's Trent Baalke, somebody's Jim Harbaugh, somebody's Jerry York. And then there's somebody snitching, putting all this information out, who is Al Guido, whatever his name is in San Francisco. Y'all know him, the 49er fans. He's the snitch, and you got somebody who Magic actually called out as well, Dale Demps, the guy in New Orleans. He blames Demps for being the reason why all this stuff was getting leaked, trying to make the AD trade. Now, there's a lot of reports saying that that's not just Demps. Magic was talking a little bit too much as well. But I got to tell you something, man. We don't know who's We don't know who's to blame for all of that, but man, look, AD came right out and said he wanted a trade. Pretty much put down the team that he wanted to go to. I mean, hell. Isn't he the one to blame for this a little bit more? He started it. And the Pelicans didn't like the way he done it. They felt that it came out the blue. They didn't understand it. They felt disrespected. So they would definitely not send him to where he wanted to go. That's the very reason why the 49ers don't have Antonio Brown or OBJ right now as wide receiver for my team. And yeah, you can say, hey, look, hey, K.O.D.S, we didn't even want AB. Okay, no, the 49ers didn't want AB, but he damn sure let it be known where he wanted to be. And that's sometimes I think that's the biggest mistake these players can make. Because I think if we did call and kick the tires and did our due diligence or whatever that John Lynch likes to say all the time, I think that they would have played around with us and they wouldn't have gave it to us. That's my opinion. I don't think they would have gave him to us. It would have been, hey, you can go to the Raiders. They're in the Bay Area. But we know you really wanted to be with the Niners, not the Raiders. So we're not going to give you that. What about, same thing with OBJ, especially OBJ. The Giants told us they wanted our number 2 overall pick and they wanted DeForest Buckner. You're not getting number 2 pick and D4. No, you're not. You're not getting that. Are you tripping? And then they still was thinking about just giving us their 2nd round pick. They wasn't gonna let us swap 1st round picks and us pick at 6. That was the straw that brought the Campbell's back to say, hey, look, the Giants don't want to deal with us. If I'm in the 49ers front office, that's what I'm saying. The Giants don't want to deal with us. So we gave them an offer. They didn't call back after they got the Browns offer to see if we could top it. And that's how it was. But OBJ let it be known that he wanted to be with the Rams or the 49ers. That's what the rumors was those are the rumors that were being spreaded around out there. He lives in LA during the offseason. Nice condo or something like that out there in LA. He loves Cali. He would have loved to have been in LA or in the Bay, the beautiful Bay in San Fran. And, that didn't happen because they didn't want it to happen, because that's where he wanted to go. That's where he wanted to go. So I don't think OBJ even thought he was going to get traded anymore. And then boom, all of a sudden they sent him to the worst, as far as vacationing or where, you just want to live fun in the sun. They sent him to the worst place possible, in my opinion. Anybody listening from Cleveland, no disrespect. But if you live in Cleveland or you ever been to Cleveland, you don't say, hey, man, I'm taking a vacation. Where you going? I'm going to Cleveland. Cleveland? Nobody vacations in Cleveland. So OBJ didn't want to go to Cleveland. And I'm back off track again. But what I'm trying to say is players shouldn't say where they want to go. OBJ done that. He ended up in Cleveland instead of San Fran or LA Rams. AD said he wanted to be a Knick or a Laker, but he preferred the Lakers. You saw him and LeBron talking and hiding their mouth, covering their mouth. We know what they was talking about. All the Pelicans said was, yeah, we will see. It'll be over my dead body. Somebody had said that was the exact words that somebody in the front office for the New Orleans Pelicans said, over my dead body. Now, they denied it, but come on now. They didn't do it. They didn't make the trade happen. And the Lakers gave the entire roster almost. I believe it was Ball, Kuzma, Hart, Lonzo. Well, I might have said Ball already. Ball, Ingram, Kuzma. That's enough right there, I would have thought. Along with first-round picks for the next year or two. But I believe it was more players than those three. I believe Hart was in it as well. I believe it was some players in it. Rondo as well. I mean, they just didn't want to make that trade. And I'm wondering why would they do it now? But if you're a Laker fan, you better hope they have some kind of mercy, because that's the only way. After Magic spilled the tea today, I don't see I cannot possibly see how any free agent is saying, I'm going to LA. Because if they do, trust me, whoever that player is, they probably want to be in LA more than they want to be with the Lakers winning games. You know what I mean? I mean, they could be good, but they could be like D'Angelo Russell. I'm good, but when I want to be. I don't know, man. I mean, I could see you getting maybe Kemba Walker and Jimmy Butler. But we both know those are tier 2 players. And to compete with the Warriors in the West, you're going to have tier 1 players. But I'd like to know what you all think. Comment. Like, subscribe. This is the first episode of the 4-9 Show. Today, I wanted to talk Lakers, even though I'm not a Laker fan. But it was big news, I thought, because we all wanted to kind of know what happened. I'm sure Laker fans wanted to know what happened. Why Magic? Why'd you do it? It seemed like it was a dream come true when he took their job. When LeBron signed last summer, it just seemed like everything was finally coming back to life. We're finally going to get the Lake Show back. It's showtime again. We are coming back. Which free agent are we going to get next? And then that's when we kind of started to hear the rumbling. The he say, she say, the backstabbing. They said Rob Pelinka be like, hey, is Magic here? No, I ain't seen him all day. Motherfucker ain't been here. I don't know where he is. They say Rob Pelinka was actually doing stuff like that. But if Jenny Buss knew he wouldn't be there all the time, what was the problem? Oh, why did you hire him, Jenny? This goes to prove, this goes to show that, hey, man, maybe Jenny doesn't know what the hell she's doing. And Magic said she needs to get one person and empower them. Give them the position of power and step aside in the nicest way possible. That's what he said. Put your trust in that person once you give them that power and let them handle the basketball operations. But right now, you've got to get all these other people out of your ear. Rob Pelinka, he's never even been a basketball executive in no way at all. Not a scout, not anything. And he's a general manager. This was Kobe Bryant's former agent. He was Kobe's agent. And now he's the general manager of the Lakers. And now he is the interim president of the Lakers. They didn't hire one. You know, he's pretty much got the title. Let's be real. Remember what I was talking about Adam Gase earlier? He's Adam Gase, and he's not even qualified. Once again, somebody else in the front office doing something that they're not even qualified to do. I guess it happens in everything. Not just politics. Sports as well. Man, I tell you. So, what do you think is going to happen? Comment, let me know. What do you want to happen? I'm interested in anything that you got to say as far as your ideas. I love to hear people's opinions on what their take is with certain issues and situations. We are all going to agree and disagree. We just have to learn how to agree to disagree. But man, I'm very interested in your take on this Lakers situation. Do you think Magic has spoiled any chances of a big-time superstar coming out with LeBron James in L.A., or do you think it's no big deal? As long as they just got in their minds, can LeBron convince them that, man, forget all that outside noise? That's just in the office. We're going to be on the court. We're going to ball out. Nothing to worry about. You won't be able to hear none of that once we win it. Let's take out the Warriors. KD is gone, and we think KD will be gone, I guess. He might not. But let's just say Kevin Durant leaves and goes to New York like everybody thinks. Well, if he goes, he's only going because Kyrie is going with him, from what I've heard. So we probably should take Kyrie off the Laker list. Kawhi wants to be a leader. It's hard for me to see Kawhi coming with LeBron, because he'd rather be leading the Clippers in LA than playing Robin to LeBron's Batman with the Lakers. I don't know. Maybe they've talked and worked it out to where, hey, look, it's your show now. Maybe LeBron will tell him like Wade finally did, in Miami. Hey, man, you got it. You see this gray in my hair right here now? You see this gray coming up and stuff? You see how I looked the second part of the season last year? I'm starting to decline. This your team, Kawhi. You can have it. Maybe LeBron has said something like that to him, and he's saying, you know what? If it's going to be like that, I'm coming. I don't know. Maybe LeBron willing to take the back seat. That's the only way I think he gets Kawhi, though. Now, I also heard that LeBron has been talking to, not just talking, recruiting. He has been recruiting Bradley Beal. I don't know how that's going to happen because I don't see his name on any of the possible free agents for 2019, unrestricted or restricted. But they say he has been talking to Bradley Beal on coming to the Lakers. So I guess that would have to be a trade or something. It would have to be a trade. And he said Bradley Beal, and they said, I think it was Kawhi. They say that they don't know if he's really reached out and talked to Kyrie, but they know he talks to Bradley Beal and Anthony Davis daily on the regular. Now, if you could get Anthony Davis and Bradley Beal, hey, I'll say that you are a lot better than where you are right now, and you're set, you're on your way. Because Bradley Beal is definitely a good player. He's a good baller. I know we don't talk about him, but I think that's because we didn't think he was a free agent. But that's neither here nor there. They say that he's been talking to Bradley Beal, and we know he talks to AD all the time. Beal is that tier 2 guy, but he shoots on the wing. There's word that they don't know if he's reached out to Klay, but he would love Klay as a Laker. That's Klay Thompson we mean now. Now here's the thing. Klay Thompson had been said that Klay Thompson would love to be a Laker. He would definitely look at that. He would be open to it if the Warriors didn't give him the max. Now, I think the Warriors do offer him the max, though, if KD leaves. Or they all just work it out and play for a little less and stay together. But I've heard that Klay Thompson is tired of hanging around Golden State, getting the scraps or whatever, the leftovers of the money. I guess that the team has left to offer him. And so he's ready to go get paid. Now, how good will Klay Thompson look playing in a different type of offense with LeBron James? Isolation, dominating the ball too much. I don't really know how that will work. I know he's a hell of a shooter, but he does that off a good system that they run. And shooting off of those screens. So, I don't know. I don't know. But we will see. We'll see. So today I wanted to just give you the Lakers. I've been talking for damn near an hour. I apologize, but actually I don't apologize because the show is going to be about an hour. The 4-9 show is going to be about an hour sometime, 30 minutes to 1 hour, because when the football season gets closer and closer, we're going to have so much to talk about. So many teams, so many players. But today I wanted to touch base on what do you all think about Magic coming out today, addresses his abruptly resigning as the Lakers president. He heard that GM Rob Pelinka was talking negatively about him. And he was tired of it. He couldn't fire Luke Walton. He was tired of it. What do you all think? Should he have done that? Should he have worked it out? Is it Jenny Buss's fault? Should she have said, look, I hired you to be the president, so if you think Walton's got to go, he's got to go. and with all that being said, if you wanted Luke Walton there so bad and you didn't want him to be fired, then why did, after Magic stepped down, why did you still fire Luke Walton? Or was it only because you knew he had another job to go to? Oh, now we'll fire you. We don't think you're the right coach for here, but we don't want you to be without a job. You family. You're like family to us. Oh, Sacramento wants you? Oh, okay. Well, yeah, go. See, I mean, who knows what they're doing around here? Does anybody, whoever's really calling the shots, whoever that is, do they really care about the Lakers' well-being? Do they care about what's best for the team? Because keeping Luke Walton just because you didn't think he had a job to go to, I mean, that's not in your best interest. I don't understand it, but that's what it seems like. And I've heard that. They didn't let him go until they knew he had somewhere else to go. That's crazy. That's ridiculous. Magic, hey, the betrayal, I believe it. I think he had every right to say, man, forget this. What I don't agree with Magic doing is how he stepped down. You got to call Jenny and tell her, though, hey, I can't do this anymore. But Magic had his mind made up. He didn't want to tell anybody until after he had let the whole world know, the media, what he had done. Because he knew that Jenny Buss would try to talk him out of it. She would do whatever and whatever it took. She would say whatever and anything possible to get him to stay. In so many words, he said that. So he wanted to have it announced and done before she could even reach him. Now, that ain't cool, though. It still ain't cool. You can still just tell her, my mind's made up, Jenny, I'm not doing it. So it's almost like Magic don't know how to tell her no. Because I don't think he really even wanted the job. You know what I'm saying? He just can't tell her no. And he would have had to tell her no again if he faced her and told her, I'm about to announce that I'm stepping down. No, Magic, you can't do that. No, you can't do me like that. I need you to stay. What is it going to take? You want another position? You want some more money? You want some head? No, I don't know. But it's like he cannot tell her no. So he made sure that he didn't have to worry about that this time. But that was still soft, Magic. You shouldn't have done that. I don't agree with it. But I do understand why you stepped down. But LeBron should have got a phone call, bro. I mean, LeBron, you're some of the reasons why he's out there. Not all the reasons, because we know we got a lot of stuff going on in Hollywood, but you're some of the reason why he's there. My 60 minutes is about up, man. I appreciate y'all listening. I'm coming right back at you again in the next day or so. And we're going to talk about this Le'Veon Bell stuff with the New York Jets. Should Adam Gase trade him or not, since he wasn't comfortable with the price tag that he got, and C.J. Mosley as well. We will also talk about Peyton Manning. Is Peyton Manning really the right guy for the Jets general manager job? Or is there any truth to that? We don't know. But we'll definitely be speaking on the New York Jets. No matter, just when you think that they're doing something good, they take 2 steps forward, 1 step back. They've done it again. They're right back to their dysfunctional ways. And the Patriots are just somewhere just popping champagne, laughing and celebrating. We're about to win a 7th Super Bowl on their asses. Even Robert Kraft is still celebrating, having a good time. And he's supposed to be somewhere about to go to jail or something. He's somewhere laying up right now with his hoes, his prostitutes, laughing and tripping out on what the Jets are doing. The Jets, the Dolphins, the Bills, none of these teams still can't seem to find a way or figure out a way to keep up and compete with the Patriots. We'll talk about that next time. We'll talk about the 49ers, of course, because this is the 49 show. And we're going to talk about, the roster. Jimmy Garoppolo, how's he doing? OTAs are here now. He's limited until training camp. How do y'all think he's going to do? And if he stays healthy, is he the real deal or not? We still don't even know that yet. But Shanahan did somewhat the best he could to get him weapons. He drafted 2 wide receivers, and I'm not very fond of either one of them, but it is 2 receivers that he added. He didn't overlook it. A lot of people love it, but then again, there's a lot of 49er fans I know that they're happy with every move that we make until it's finally a bad move. But anyway, that's enough for me. I'm done. This is the 49 show with your boy K.O.D.S. because I'm the king of the sip, baby. The next time, we're going to talk about some football, more basketball. The Warriors, it ain't nothing to talk about. They're going to win the championship. They're sweeping the Portland Trail Blazers tonight. The Milwaukee Bucks, they're probably still going to beat the Raptors in 6. And, you'll have Milwaukee and Golden State. And whether KD comes back or not, the Warriors will still be the champions. So that's why I wanted to just talk about Magic and the Lakers, because let's be real, basketball is pretty predictable. You know who's going to win. We're already thinking about next year. And we're not going to find out what's going to happen next year. We're not going to find out what's going to happen next year until we get down to the bottom of this whole free agency stuff. Is LeBron going to get anybody or not? That's it, though, man. That's my time. I'm out. I'll be back next time. 09 show with your boy K.O.D.S. We'll talk football. We'll get into whoever, whatever series we're in, with however the Raptors and the Bucks series is going. I'll talk more about Kawhi at the time. I didn't get to really touch on him today, but the boy's still playing a fool, lights out ball, playing a lot of minutes, stepping up, taking over, defending the big dog Giannis. I mean, he's doing his job. He's doing his thing. So, but I'll get to that another time. Laker fans, get at me, man. Like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.